Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwedash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson, Lord willing, share an article with you, Akiyam and Akwaf, going into the soon-to-come drafts, man. They passed legislation which is going to allow them to draft anywhere between 18 to 26-year-old men and women, man. Okay? For this coming war that's coming, the third woe, spoken of in the Holy Scriptures for all you unbelievers, man. The third woe, which is World War III, which is formulating, okay, as I speak, okay, where there's going to be the war to end all wars, okay, it's going to be the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon the Great, okay, the revival of the Western Roman Empire, America, okay, versus Gog and Magog, man, okay, the bear, Russia, you see, which is going to be a war, okay, that's pretty much going to end the reign of these Edomites. And it's also going to conjure up the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, okay, because he's going to come, okay, when the fire's already kindled, man. Okay, and he's going to deliver his elect of the nation of Israel, okay, from that complete, okay, destruction of Babylon and other various areas of the planet. Okay, the elect are gonna be delivered up out of that, man. They're gonna make it out. Okay, Revelations 11 goes into the deliverance, man, where the elect are gonna get caught up in the cloud, man. They're not gonna take part in the day of doom, which is the second death, which consists of fire, man. Okay, and those of you going into this war, okay, it's a guarantee that you're not gonna make it. Okay, because ultimately you're gonna try to fight against the Lord Yahweh Shai. And pursuant to, second Esdras 13, you're going to be eviscerated, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the first scripture I want to get is this. Let's go here. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, because this is the time we're in. Okay? We're in the time of what? War, man. Bear with me. Let me turn this Wi-Fi off. Probably causing it to drag. Yeah, Khan. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, verse 1, and I'm going to jump down. And it reads, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." Right, everything's based off timing. Okay? A rulership's not going to fall until its said measure is fulfilled. That's how the Lord operates, man. Second Esdras, the 4th chapter, tells you that. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is bound by his word, man. Okay? And we know we know and understand, okay, those of us in the know, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai operates by prophecy. You see? Which means to say before. So things have to play out. Okay? Everything has to be fulfilled. Okay? And we're in the time where that's happening. These prophecies are coming to life, man. Okay, we got 3 major prophecies left. Jacob's trouble, the charagma, okay, which is that device the size of a grain of rice, the microchip, okay, which is going to be part of the new monetary system, which is going to be fully digital, okay, and World War III, that's the end game. The third woe is the end game, man, which is going to bring on that thermonuclear fallout. Right, let's jump down. Verse 8, a time to love, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8, A time to love and a time to hate. See? A time of war and a time of peace. And we're in a time of war, man. And what proves that is articles like this. This is from Zero Hedge, dated Saturday, June 15th, 2024, and the title reads, Military Draft Coming Soon, ? The answer to this question is yes. How do we know? Let's continue reading. House passes measure to automatically register men for selective service. Okay, so now you no longer have a choice. Okay, in the past you did. Now you don't. Okay? Your name is automatically entered, okay, into the tally, man. Automatically. Okay? If you're between 18 and 26. Let's read into this a little bit. The House of Representatives on Friday approved its version of the annual defense policy bill, okay, effectively clearing the $833.7 billion National Defense Authorization Act to move forward in a 217-199 vote, right? So it was 217 to 199, okay, vote, which largely fell along party lines. Only 3 Republicans opposed it. A number of controversial amendments are part of it, setting up a further fight with Democrats as it moves forward, including a measure empowering the National Guard to crack down on the southern border. But among the most interesting aspects to the bill for fiscal year 2025 is an amendment to the NDAA, which automatically registers all draft-age male U.S. residents with the selective service system. You see? Let's get a little more. This means what? That all able-bodied males in the country aged 18 to 26 could potentially be drafted in the scenario of a future war declaration by Congress. The selection will be based on information from federal databases, man. You see that? So 18 to 26-year-old, able-bodied males. I had mentioned women in the beginning, so it doesn't look like they fit in the criteria of this bill. But I do, if I'm not mistaken, they may still fall under the regular form of draft, which I'm going to continue to read here. While there has been a selective service program in effect for decades, it has long previously only been voluntarily. I think they may fall under that. If I'm not mistaken, you Akinama can look it up. But check this out. But this new amendment will make registration automatic. The merely voluntary system has been in effect since 1980, but critics have said that leaving it up for young men to decide for themselves whether to register has resulted in a weak and ineffective system with not enough numbers. Okay, you see that? So women may not fall into this criteria. I would have to look further into it. They may not fall into that voluntary system either. But you better believe if you did serve as an active woman, you can be called back into duty, or you will fall into that criteria. You see, according to more background for this new congressional push, the automatic draft registration proposal was integrated by the Selective Service System as part of its annual budget request to Congress, introduced by Rep. Chrissy Holloman. Let's see, I'm gonna jump down here. Matter of fact, let's get a little more right here. I'm going to read this and we'll get to the scriptures. There's been a rising number of military papers and reports calling for the reinstatement of more robust draft system of late, especially in relation to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. For example, last year, the U.S. Army War Colleagues academic journal included a highly disturbing essay on what lessons the U.S. military should take away from the continuing war in Ukraine. And yeah, pretty much the American military is feeble right now, man. They don't got enough active members, man. You see? They don't have enough active members. They become weak. And it tells you when you go to, what's that, Joel? Let's go here real quick. The book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. Starting at verse 9, and it reads, Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right, you heathen, prepare war. This is the time we're in. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. We're in a time of war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Where are they coming? To the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. Right? The valley of Yahweh Shai's judgment. Let's continue reading. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Right, your agricultural tools. Turn them into weapons, man. Okay? These nations are no longer focusing on next year's harvest, man. No, man. They're focused on winning this third world's war. Okay, you got 30 to 40,000 well-bodied men over in Russia joining their military every month. That's word on the street, which is the fulfillment of Revelations. What's that? The 20th chapter, going into how Gog Magog will be as the sand of the sea. Right, continuing on. Assemble yourselves, right, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. You see that? Because ultimately, when you heathen are warring, okay, when these clouds crack, okay, and that fathership becomes visible throughout all four corners of the earth, okay, your attention is going to turn. Okay, your attention is going to turn on Yahweh Shai. You see? But before I go get that 2 Esdras 13, let me make this point real quick, going into the feebleness of Babylon. Feebleness of Babylon, man. Isaiah 14, real quick, in verse 10. Right? And it reads, all they shall speak, right? All the heathen, right? All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Question mark. Art thou become like unto us? And the question is yes. Okay? That's why when you go back to Joel, it said what? Let the weak say I'm strong. You see? We read it right here. Isaiah, Salakia. Bear with me. Right here, Joel 3 and 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong, man. So those ones, weak, feeble nations, okay, with a destitute thermonuclear program, okay, they never had no ICBMs, but now they're getting them from Russia. Okay, hey, they're now strong, man. They got Russia as a guard, pursuant to Ezekiel 38. The tables have turned. Okay, the game has changed, man. There's a game changer now in 2024. Okay, where Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, is no longer that hammer of the earth as she once was. Okay, that whole 1950s. Okay, hey, do as we say, or we're gonna come in with the sails. None of that matters anymore, man. You see, none of that matters anymore. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has allowed these smaller, feeble nations access, okay, to some cataclysmic power. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter, because in that final hour, you're gonna try to fight Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, but it's gonna be to no prevail. Let's go here. The book of 2 Esdras. No, I don't want that. Let's go to chapter 13. As a matter of fact, let's start here. Let's go to Revelations 12. Okay? Because it's highlighted here as well. We'll get the details in 2 Esdras, the 13th chapter. And we'll close out from there. Proving that it's going to be a losing battle for you drafted military, 18 to 26-year-old military men, man. Yeah, you better be afraid. You better be very afraid, man. Because war is coming. It's biblical. Okay, that's why we're going to go into the eschatology of things in the form of the Apocrypha. And the phone chimed in. You see? Which eschatology goes into the study of the end times, man. And that's why they wanted to that's why they took the Apocrypha up. Because it goes into the end time for evil E. Okay, pursuant to 2 Esdras 6 and 9. Let's continue on. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 7, and it reads, and there was war in heaven, right? In the heavens, there's 3 levels of heaven. Heaven as in you being in rulership. Heaven as in the constellations, the heavenly bodies, the stars, okay? And so on and so forth, the planetary, the planets. And then you have the 4th dimension, okay? Which is where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai dwells, man. You see, this heaven right here is talking about what? The skies, man. Remember, Esau got to force a new military branch. The sixth military branch of the U.S. is what? The Space Force, man. Okay, they're the first line of defense when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai comes into this atmosphere. You see, check this out. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his angels, man. The dragon being what? This Western Roman Empire, Evil E. Okay? Evil E, man. Remember, Evil E runs the world right now, man. Okay, that dragon is made up of the NATO and the EU. You see? Let's continue on. And he prevailed not, neither was there. See, look at, and prevailed not. See, neither was there a place found anymore in heaven. Right? Rulership collapses upon this war. Evil E's rulership collapses at this point. Okay? Check this out. Hey, the statue that Daniel saw, okay? The toes that he's seen, the toes and the feet that got smashed to smithereens, bro. Okay, that's the NATO and the EU, man. Okay? that revived Roman Empire. Check this out. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. And it tells us in Revelations 20 that he would Satan was going to be released for only a little season. Okay, Evil E. Okay, the man that comes in the workings of Satan, pursuing the 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. You see, check this out. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with them. They're going to lose, man. Okay, they're going to lose. And before we get the details of how it looked, let's get this. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation. See, so salvation comes upon this event. World War III. Check it out. And strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. See? This is how this thing comes to an end. Through war. The same way Esau came into power is the same way the Lord is going to take him out of power. Okay, his sword is going to enter into his own heart, as it tells us in Psalms. What's that? Psalms 37, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go here, though. The book of 2nd Esdras, and I got a video at the end of this lesson, Lord willing. I'm probably going to, I'll just play it. I'm not going to edit it in. We'll just go straight to it and play it, and we'll close out from there. Which is going to give credence, okay, to the unstable, okay, shaky, feeble, all right, condition, okay, of Babylon's military, man. Okay, and the mindset of the people regarding, hey, this is why they had to force that draft. They had to make it to where it was pretty much you don't have a choice. You know? It was to the point now they have to force you to do it. Because the mindset of the people, the majority of the mindset of the people, all right, is in this video I'm going to show you, it's on display. I'll show you, Lord willing. Let's continue on. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13. Matter of fact, let me just continue on. Let me just read from the top. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, and verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, okay, which is the Mediterranean Sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. This is talking about Yahweh Shai, right? He was with the thousands of heaven, right? Why? Because he's not coming alone. Quick precept. The book of Psalms, chapter 68, and verse 17, it reads, the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are 20,000, right? Those chariots are what you mere mortals call UFOs, okay? These sightings of these crafts you see in the heavens, yeah, you call them UFOs. Guess what? These are the chariots of Israel, man. Whether you believe it or not. we're going to come into a time where you're going to have no choice but to believe it, because they're going to be zapping. And we're going to show you that in the 2nd Esdras 13. The chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai at 20,000, even thousands of angels. See, this is the host, right? The Lord is among them, Yahweh Shai, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Let's go back to 2nd Esdras and read that again. 2nd Esdras 13:3. And beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Okay, those chariots and the angels, the host with him, man. Yahweh Shai is not coming back solo, even though he could do it solo. Okay, continuing on, check this out. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Okay, this ship is able to, this is going into the ship, shooting that concentrated heat. Okay, the real direct energy weapon, okay, that Esau is trying to mimic. Check this out. In the form of his lasers, man. Right? And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came up out of the sea. This is that great gathering we read about in Joel 3. Yahweh Shai said he's going to what? Yahweh Bashim Shai said he's going to gather the nations. Okay? He said, wait ye upon me. What's that? Zephaniah? Let me go get that. The book of Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8, and it reads, Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. And the prey, first and foremost, is Esau, and then the rest of them heathens underneath him, including 2/3 of you, Jake, that are joined unto this beast. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdom. See? And we're going to go back to that 2nd Esdras and mention the four corners of the earth, all these nations, right? To pour upon them mine indignation, which is righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. That's how the Lord's coming, with fire in the form of what? The missiles and the laser beams from the chariots. Back in 2nd Esdras 13. In verse 5 again, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven. You see that? Those nations, those kingdoms, those assembly of kingdoms that we just read about in Zephaniah, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And what's this mean? Yahweh Shai is coming out from he's coming from the heavens, man. The Shemayim. Okay? The waters above. You see? There's waters above, there's waters beneath. When you go into Genesis, the creation story, Genesis 1 and 2 goes into it, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai is coming from the fourth dimension. Why do you think we always say when he cracks these clouds, man? He's coming from above. It's going to be an aerial attack. See, why do you think there's going to be a war in heaven with Michael and his angels and the dragon and his? We just read it. You see? Let's continue on. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. This is talking about the fathership. That's why when you go to Revelations 1 and 7, it says what? We're going to get it after I get this precept. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. As you just couldn't see the end of this ship. Okay? Why? Because it was bigger than the planet. When you go here to Revelations 1 and 7, it says what? Behold, he cometh with clouds, which is that host of heaven. We were reading about. We read about it in Psalm 68. Remember, the clouds is a buzzword for the chariots. This is plural. He's going to be with the host of angels, right? And every eye shall see him, and they also with which pierce him. Every eye shall see him. Why? Esdras is going into it. This is the vision he saw. Okay? The chariot, the fathership is going to be bigger than the earth. That's why everyone's going to be able to see it on the planet. Let's continue on. And they also which pierced him, proven reincarnation. We know the Romans pierced them. So that means they're going to be back on the scene. And they're going to be taking part in that war. Right? And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. You see that? Let's go back. Let's continue on in 2nd Esdras 13. Let's get to the point. Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. They were forced to fight. They were shook when they seen this divine power, okay, coming into the earth's atmosphere, man. They said, oh, hell nah. But guess what? The Lord put it on their spirit to fight. Check it out. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Check it out. The chariot went zapping. Check it out. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. In layman's terms, okay, they were eviscerated. Look that word up. Okay? The militaries of the earth. Okay? In the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, that great gathering that's going to take place, which is over there in the Middle East. They were eviscerated, man. They're going to be eviscerated. It's what the scriptures say. Okay? And this is why the Apocrypha has been taken out. One of the reasons why. Okay? It goes into the end time to how this thing's going to play out. And we see it manifesting. This is the end game right here, man. Okay, and there's no way around it. There's no way to escape it. Okay, we read it in Revelations 12 and 11. This is how the elect are gonna make it. Okay, and as far as evil E's queendom, this is how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is gonna take it, man. He's going to meet this damn devil head on with war. So, yeah, man, it's coming. It's coming, man. And, hey, apparently, okay, due to this latest, this latest piece of legislation that was passed, you 18 to 26-year-olds have no choice. Okay? You're being force-fed and led into this war, man. You see? Hey, at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to have the final laugh. You see that? The elect win at the end.
Fuck, would anyone go to war for you? I'm a 100% disabled fucking veteran. And guess what they do when you get out? First they break you down and they brainwash you. And then they tell you, hey, you're a soldier now. You're an airman now. You're a Marine now. You're a sailor now. Stand with pride in your uniform that costs like $800 that you have to pay out of your own paycheck. They don't just give it to you. You gotta pay for it. And then after they brainwash you, they throw you the fuck in the trash. Nobody wants to go to war for you. You don't take care of the American people. You don't take care of the service members. And by God, you goddammit, don't fucking take care of the veterans. Fuck
you. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath will edify. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash. Shalom.